WrestleMania is supposed to be the end of the story.
Yeah, the payoff, the moment everything finally makes sense.
But this year,
it just started something.
So while history was being made in the ring,
outside of it,
people were getting followed, phones getting slapped, lines getting crossed.
And inside the ring, legends walked away.
Or did they?
New champions arose.
Old rivalries exploded.
And one family
might be on the verge of war.
We've got chaos on Raw.
Violence on NXT.
And a future that looks nothing like it did a week ago.
So if you thought WrestleMania was the ending,
nah.
That was just a trigger. Now, let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, marks of all ages, welcome back to the Wrestle WreMarks. As always, I'm your host, Chris.
And I'm Pat.
And you already know what time it is. Oh, it's time.
It's
time.
It's
Newswire time. But this week, WrestleMania might have had some legendary moments in the ring, but outside, absolute chaos. Let's start with the story everybody's talking about right now, and that is CM Punk's hotel incident. And now the fallout is getting real. A fan involved in the viral video, the one that CM Punk knocks the phone out of his hand, is now claiming that he got fired from his job after the video went public.
That's what Billy Batty of the Dirty Sheets is reporting, and he claims that during the incident and later caught up with the fan, but get this, Batty said dude didn't seem right in the head.
Yeah, Batty was saying he was there when it happened and wanted to go and see what's up later. I guess apparently dude didn't seem right in the head, but it gets deeper. The fan didn't want to press any charges. He wanted a public apology in the same spot in front of fans.
That's weird. And here's the thing, that Punk situation, that might have just tipped, the iceberg.
Yeah, because now we've got multiple reports coming out of WrestleMania weekend saying there were talent getting harassed, followed, and in some cases flat out assaulted. Sean Waltman came out and said he was physically assaulted, had a camera shoved in his face, and was followed into the bathroom.
Which somehow still isn't the wildest story.
Because Booker T said a fan literally filmed him in the bathroom.
What the hell?
Oh, man.
That's insane, though. That's unnecessary, bruh.
He called it the worst fan interaction experience of his entire career. Said people were camping out, mobbing talent before they could even check in, and straight up said there wasn't enough security to handle it. Which, I mean, it's Vegas. I figured as much it's going to be that hard. And, and if they continue to run it in Vegas, I feel like it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
You got people with liquid courage in their system. You got all kinds of crazy people out
there. Yeah, you really do.
So they got to watch out, because you never know if there was some crazy fan trying to do something that day.
Yeah, you never know.
Because people are crazy, man. But, so now the question becomes, how does WWE fix this moving forward? Because if Mania weekend turns out to be a free-for-all like this, that's a big, big problem.
Yeah, I also saw a video of Atlanta Black too. She was groped
Brad.
and she flicked him off on camera.
Guy grabbed her on her backside.
Yeah, WrestleCon. I was like, what?
Crazy.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and shift gears here, because inside the ring, there's just as much chaos brewing.
Yeah, let's talk about Brock Lesnar. He leaves his boots in the ring, gets a big send-off. WWE runs that tribute package. Paul Heyman gives that speech. But behind the scenes, according to Dave Meltzer, they're saying he might not be retired because internally some people don't believe he's completely done. I've told you this after the match happened that I didn't believe Brock was done. I think Gunther's going to come out and retire him still. He's going to call him a coward for stepping away because he didn't want to face Gunther. And he's going to play into that and take digs at Brock constantly until Brock finally shows up and we get the build for SummerSlam.
I mean, I would like that. I think that would be great.
I honestly think that's what's going to happen because I feel like if you had a send-off, especially on Raw, instead of just a package, it should have been something with Brock in attendance.
Yeah.
Like they did with AJ Styles.
No, I feel that.
So.
You're also the same person who said that you would rather have Obafemi get that chip on his shoulder than it escalating to Brock and Gunther. But so, I mean, it doesn't. I'm not saying that you were wrong, but that's what you would prefer now.
Well, I mean, I always preferred Oba to win, but I felt like they weren't going to give him the first victory. I always felt that they would
prolong it.
Rather prolong it. Yeah. So that's what I assumed would have happened. But you know what happens when you assume.
Yeah. Well, that's classic Brock if, he's working us.
Yeah, and reports even say that people in WWE aren't 100% sure. And this could be one of those wait-and-see situations with retirement possibly coming later this year. Yeah. So I can see it playing off to what I had told you with Gunther. After, the Mania match happened Saturday? No, Sunday. Right, that was the Sunday match.
Man, what if Randy retires too this year and then we get the greatest WrestleMania Hall of Fame of all time, Cena?
I was going to text you that the other day.
Yeah.
How are we all on the same wavelength?
Always. This is what I do.
Cena, Brock,
yes.
Batista.
Yes. The whole OVW class. Yeah. And Santino.
And
Santino, dog. What's up?
Oh, man. Because Batista is in there, but he's in there with
Evolution. Right? Yeah, not by himself.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, that would be dope.
Wait, Evolution's not even in the Hall of Fame yet.
I thought they were.
No.
So then is he not in? Is he in? Is Batista in? I can't even remember.
No, Batista's not in the Hall of Fame.
Let us know in the comments.
He's not. But anyway, just agree to disagree or confirm. But speaking of the future, WWE just hit a reset button in a big way.
2 major stars are switching brands coming out of WrestleMania, that being Rhea Ripley, who is now the champion. So she's headed to SmackDown. Jacob Fatu looks like he's landing on Raw and already stepping to Roman Reigns, which we'll get into more.
Yeah, that bloodline situation just got very interesting.
Yeah, it did. Now let's talk a little Pat McAfee, though, because we don't want to get too far into that once, because we got to hit that once we hit Raw.
After we talk about this, though, the only Pat that you mention is me, because he need to go.
Well, according to Pat, he's done with pro wrestling.
I'll believe it when I see him. When I don't see him, how about that?
After everything at Mania, he says he's walking away, calling it a career. But let's be real, this feels like one of those for now situations. You never completely walk away. I'm sure we'll see him back as a guest commentator of some sort later down the line. But there was also reports coming out that he was one of the ones that was like, let's nix this. Let's do it, because he knew about the fan criticism, and so did Jelly Roll know about the fan criticism of celebrities being in the ring, and they wanted to respect that. And because it was supposed to originally be Jelly Roll and Cody Rhodes versus Randy and Pat McAfee. That's SummerSlam. Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Jelly Roll. Thank you, Pat McAfee. Now,
smartest thing you ever did.
Hopefully we never see y'all in the ring like that again. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say too much on Pat McAfee. He could hold his own. But Jelly Roll, I don't care for him in the ring at all.
No.
At all. But let's get into the women's side.
Jade Cargill is already looking ahead.
Yeah, she said after losing her title at WrestleMania, she said her first run was basically a practice run. Well, of course, we reported on how she wanted to do more and wasn't able to.
Yeah.
Everybody being tied up in their story.
Exactly.
And she was also saying, you know, she doubled down on that. She's saying she wants more competition, more grit, and next time she's coming back different. So I'd be excited to see what she has in store once that comes to light.
Yeah, and here's something for the wrestling purist.
Oh yeah, Randy Orton says the modern WWE schedule is actually hurting in-ring chemistry. Less house shows means less guys have matches on said house shows, so their first matches together are on live TV.
Yeah, well, I just think as a whole, there's been too many wrestlers complaining about this, so maybe they'll bring them back.
Maybe.
You know, they keep pushing for it, and if they want the product to stay, you know, what it's been all these years, you know, they gotta do that.
It's not wrong. I mean, you build that chemistry up, and that way once it's on TV, y'all look good.
Yeah, and you can see what works, and you can see what doesn't work, you know, like.
And I can probably agree with that as well because of the whole thing of watching it now. Like, you can see more mistakes.
You really can.
And had they had that time, they'd be able to gel it better.
Yeah, which is wild when you think about it, but.
Yeah. Quick hit, Giovanni Vinci says he's recharged and feeling ready, and he's just waiting for the right moment to return.
And speaking of returns,
Mick Foley took a bump during WrestleMania weekend.
Wow.
And now that's got people wondering, is one more match back on the table?
Ooh.
And this was at that GCW cluster, you know. But anyway, he did take a bump. But as for Giovanni Vinci, man, I wonder where he goes from here. You think he's gonna end up in AEW or possibly with TNA?
I don't know.
It's a shame that they dropped their whole act in the first place of Imperium with Fabian Eichner and Marcel Barthel and Walter.
Yeah.
And Alexander Wolf. I think Damo was part of it at one point. I can't remember correctly, but anyway, it's a shame that never came to be
on the main roster.
On the main roster in its purest form, because that was the top of that whole faction. And then once they moved to NXT, it was still pretty decent, but then you get to the main roster, and then this is when Vince was still in charge, and you had things shake up on the fly every single time. So it's a shame that he didn't get his due time as a member of Imperium, but I'll be excited to see him back in the ring. As for Mick Foley, man, I'd be scared to see him back in the ring.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a lot less scarier than Ric Flair, depending on what he's doing.
He has said he's thought about it because he's feeling better now. So we'll have to wait and see. His contract does expire soon with WWE. I think it's in the middle of the year. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that, but I know it's this year that it will be expiring.
Bet. But switching over to AEW, big changes happening there too.
Yeah, so we've talked about Triller TV and their woes recently. Well, AEW Plus is officially done with Triller TV, with the company now shifting over to their new My AEW platform.
And there's also reports their merch team might be getting a major shakeup.
Yeah, nothing is confirmed just yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on. They recently got rid of, I believe, 3 of their major merch people. People who have been there from day one. And one of them, there's no confirmation on whether this happened or not, but one of them kind of, gave a little farewell message on X, so everybody figures that he is on the outs. And it makes you wonder, because they just started doing those masks for draft day.
Yeah.
with the logos, the Texans, whoever you like as your NFL team. But are they shifting to something bigger? Is it not going to be Pro Wrestling Tees anymore?
Yeah.
Is it going to be a bigger production, like how WWE ended up dropping their stuff and going with Fanatics eventually? Like something like that.
True.
Are they having their merch being made by another entity entirely?
Yeah, something exclusive maybe.
Yeah.
And this one's for the hardcore fans. Josh Barnett says Bloodsport is done, not because of the drama, but because it couldn't reach the level he wanted.
Yeah, it's too bad, man. Bloodsport was a great thing. He said that it's not because of the drama, because people know that there were like some pullings of power with, him having to run it with GCW and so on. He would much rather just run it himself and just have it as a thing. But as people got more demand for it and they started making more shows, the schedule became too hectic and he couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah,
and they didn't see eye to eye on certain things, how he wanted it run, and that's his baby, so he's gonna nix it right there.
I mean, hopefully he'll be able to bring it back, you know what I'm saying?
Makes you wonder what's his next step.
Yeah.
It would be nice to see someone like that in WWE, teaching some of these younger talents, but we'll have to wait and see what happens, keep our ear to the ground. But finally, we end this because this one was just too good. Randy Orton said Ted DiBiase owes him $25,000. And Ted DiBiase responded, I don't owe you anything. And it's because it was Ted DiBiase Sr.
Oh, wow. Turns out he meant Ted DiBiase Jr.
Which, if you're a fan, you would probably know this because they were in Legacy together. So I don't know why Ted DiBiase thought he was talking about him when he said Ted DiBiase. I guess just because he didn't use the junior, but
I guess, yeah.
That man said, "Run me that money."
I bet
he wants that back. Hey, you beat the charges, bro.
Hey, I saw what happened on the news, homie.
We saw that you got some money.
He said, "Hey, you saw that I saw a little clip of what's it called? Ted DiBiase Jr. looked like he wanted to run in and help Cody.
Oh yeah,
walking back and forth like he was gonna do something. I'm like, bruh.
Oh, so dumb. He's just trying to get something going there. That's all that is.
Yeah.
But we did see that package on, what was her name? Rain? Lizzie Rain. Apparently, she is the niece
of the drummer
of Iron Maiden. So that was a cool little
awesome
piece of information I saw the other day. He also drummed for the Killers in their first major album, but Iron Maiden, I think it said the first three albums of Iron Maiden, he was the drummer there.
It's pretty dope. So the package I ever got makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, because she's all rocked out.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah, I've seen some people be critical of it online because I have some people who follow the indies and have been following her since the beginning, and I followed her, I want to say, probably midway through her indie start. And a lot of people were like, well, I don't like this, but I hope she has fun. So I'm sure she'll make something out of it. She seems like a very energetic person to really play off that character and make it seem good and believable. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see what she's got. There was another thing I was going to say. Oh, TNA and Qatar Pro Wrestling were supposed to have an event. I can't remember when it was, but because of the conflicts there, they can't have it, and it's been moved to October, late October. So who knows if that's ever going to happen?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, especially because October is a ways away for now, and there may still be conflict there later. But that was your Newswire. Now we shift gears because WrestleMania wasn't just headlines. It was history.
2 nights, countless moments, and we're breaking it all down.
Let's kick things off first with SmackDown. Alright, we hit Las Vegas. WrestleMania weekend is upon us, and SmackDown wasn't just a show. This was the final warning shot.
Every storyline, every rivalry, everything came to a head.
We kicked things off with Randy Orton, and man, this wasn't just a promo. This man was rewriting his entire legacy in real time.
And this wasn't Legend Killer Randy. This wasn't Resentful Randy. This was Resentful Randy.
Randy flat out says he doesn't need Pat McAfee. He wants him because Pat tells him what he needs to hear, not what he wants. And then he turns his attention to Cody Rhodes and absolutely unloads.
Calling Cody a leech, saying their entire friendship was just take.
And that's the hook right there. Orton believes helping Cody hurt his legacy. So now, night 1, main event, he's taking it all back. Number 15 with 3 letters, RK.
And don't forget Pat McAfee right there, backing him, signing contracts, talking like everything changes after Mania.
Yeah, keep that in mind. That becomes very important later. We get chaos early on with an 8-man street fight. The Wyatt Six versus the MFTs, and this was just pure anarchy. Weapons, bodies flying everywhere, and in the end, Solo Sikoa steals the win.
But the story, tension in the group. Tonga wasn't happy, and you can feel that bloodline style fracture starting.
Tag titles on the line next. Priest and R-Truth versus the New Day, and honestly, classic WrestleMania weekend chaos. Comedy, action, everything just mixed together, but Priest and Truth retain.
Which means momentum heading into Mania, and Truth still living in his own universe. Not the WWE universe.
The Truth universe.
The Truth.
Where
set you free.
Shall set you free. Oh man. Now let's talk about one of the biggest face-offs of the night, where we got Rhea Ripley facing off against Jade Cargill.
And this got personal.
Rhea calls Jade out for hiding. Jade fires back, calls Rhea insecure, says she's everything Rhea wishes she could be. And just like that, this match goes from hype to straight up ego versus ego.
Oh gosh. 2 alpha champions, no backing down.
We also get Tiffany Stratton picking up a huge win over Jordynne Grace, the returning Jordynne Grace, who was out with an injury. I can't remember what her injury was, but she earned that got Tiffany the title opportunity, and staring down Julia after.
That's future collision waiting to happen.
It is, but I'm so sad that my girl Jordan didn't get that title shot, but whatever.
It's Tiffy time, dog.
Tiffy time is come and gone. It's time for the Juggernaut. Then things get real interesting. Sami Zayn and Trick Williams.
Let's talk about it. This one was the tone shift.
Trick is out here joking, entertaining, not taking things seriously, and Sami, he's done playing games. Calls him a rookie, says that he's all flash, no substance, and then, boom, brawl breaks out. Trick stands tall with the title in the end.
That right there, that was a warning sign for Sami headed into WrestleMania.
Next up, we get the women's tag match that ends in complete chaos. Multiple teams just brawling, no clear winner, which is exactly what you want heading into a multi-team Mania match. And then we get the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which I kind of wish this was still on the WrestleMania card.
Yeah.
To feel bigger.
Yeah, I mean, at least on the kickoff show.
Yeah, at least. But the breakout moment was Royce Keys winning the whole thing. So Royce is here and he's staking his claim. I think that gives them a title opportunity as well, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I can't remember if it does or not.
Cody don't need those problems right now.
I meant like a lower title,
okay.
like the IC.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, Cody don't need no problems right now. Star making moment on the biggest weekend possible, of course.
And they popped for him, so I'm excited to see what he has. And now people can stop talking that trash because I know he was getting upset. But we close the show with chaos with the two men at the center of everything. Cody Rhodes, CM Punk.
Cody. And this didn't feel like hype. This felt like legacy.
No cheap shots, no turn, just respect. Punk telling Cody to stay focused. Cody putting Punk over in a major way. Even saying his dad would be proud of him.
That's heavy.
And Punk almost breaking right there in the ring, but instead promises one thing. He'll do his crying after he beats Roman Reigns. We'll get to that. So now, everything is set. Grudges, titles, egos, and legacies.
Oh, everyone try to think like I like this guy. Like, I don't like him sometimes. I love you, dog. You crack me up. 2 nights, 1 stage, WrestleMania 42.
Let's get into it. Titles changed, legacies shifted, and by the end of it, WWE looks completely different. We kick things off with John Cena as the host of the night. Emotional, setting the tone, talking about how unpredictable this Mania was going to be.
And he wasn't lying.
The Usos and LA Knight versus The Vision start off the show. Well, with IShow Speed in there, but we'll get to what Speed does here in a minute. And the timing, or this thing was straight madness pretty much.
Yes. Speed actually held his own early, but then, yeah, it kept falling apart.
Knight hits the BFT, gets the win, but the real story is post-match.
Logan Paul absolutely snaps on Speed.
Yeah, because Speed accidentally clocks him, right? I think that's what it was.
I believe so.
And that's what gave them hit the BFT, boom, victory. But somehow, someway, Speed gets the courage to climb that ring post.
And flies through the announce table.
Putting Paul right through it. Boom.
Sweet.
Welcome to WrestleMania.
You go, Speed.
With a Speed splash, or IShow splash. Is that what they called it?
Yeah.
Instead of Uso splash? That's
yes.
a good one. That's a good one. Good for you, Cole.
And then we got
Drew McIntyre
versus Jacob Fatu. And Chris, this wasn't even a wrestling match.
No, it was a straight crime scene.
Tables, chairs, another toolbox shot to the head for Drew McIntyre, and Mac looked unhinged.
But Fatu just kept coming.
Yeah, and
he's all gas. No brakes with it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then, boom.
If you watched Just Kill Tony Mania, you know what that was.
Yeah, boom. Mighty Moonsault, which they need to change, through the table.
Jacob Fatu wins and officially announces himself as a problem. Next up, we get the women's tag fatal 4-way, which I wasn't too much of a fan of, but let's get into it. Nikki Bella can't compete, as we called it. She calls in a replacement, and boom, we hear the screams.
And that changed everything.
Paige comes out and is her replacement. And that just changes everything right there. Absolute chaos between all 4 teams. Nikki gets involved ringside, which I figured once Paige came out and Nikki was going to be ringside.
Yeah, and Paige hits the rampage because it's called that again.
Because it's called that again. And we've got new champs, Paige and Brie Bella.
Yeah.
I was afraid they were going to do this. And they did it. So, unfortunately, we'll get Paige and Brie as champions for a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I love the two women. But I didn't want to see it. I wanted to have Lash and Nia retain and be the longest reigning WWE Women's World Tag Team Champions. You feel me? But
don't you dare!
I mean, but they came out in their whole demolition gear. It was dope.
Yeah, it was dope.
That had me thinking, oh man, they're gonna win this, and
they should have
training. But nope, that didn't happen. Next up, we had our IC title match.
Yeah, AJ Lee versus Becky Boo Boo, and this one got ugly quick.
Becky goes full savage, exposed the turnbuckle. Some ref distractions.
Manhandle slam onto steel.
Becky Lynch is your new IC champion.
I mean, which we knew was gonna happen because she's the greatest of all time.
I figured this was gonna happen.
Everybody's talking about it.
I wanted AJ to retain it, but I figured they would give it to Becky and further their thing because I feel like they're gonna still have something going on unless AJ moves brands because Punk looks like he's going towards SmackDown with the Cody Rhodes. So
maybe
Cody SmackDown, I believe.
Yes, Cody SmackDown. Yeah.
So usually they like to keep the couples together. So I would assume now that she's not champ anymore, she might move on to other things. And I'm sure AJ wants to, do the deed for everybody. She wants to put everybody over.
Did you see what Bailey has said about that post? About them saying they were the four
horsewomen?
Yeah, she's like, no one ever called y'all that.
Nikki is the one who had posted it.
Of course,
the original 4 horsewomen. No, nobody ever called it that.
No.
Nikki defended it. She went on her podcast saying that fans used to say that. I never heard no fans say that in my life.
And it looks like...
And I wouldn't put Nikki in that category either, but that's just me. Don't get me wrong, she seems like a cool girl. Like she seems cool as crap. Like I watched Total Bellas, I watched Total Divas, I watched all of that stuff, and they seem like cool people. But as in-ring workers, I don't see Brie holding up a candle to what AJ Lee has done.
Yeah, she came. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm trying not to be
too negative.
Critical,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna crap on them. They seem like cool people.
Yeah.
But this next match, absolutely incredible, man.
Hard hitting, back and forth, just brutal.
Nothing but this is my brutality. And then out of nowhere,
I called it. Well, as I was watching,
we knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, we did.
We already knew that.
But you call the spy. It's cool. and then like it's like in the back of the truck. This is Gorilla Q. Bron Breakker spears Rollins out of his boots.
The way he freaking torpedoed his ass into Rollins. I almost thought he hit the barricade, but luckily I saw the other side, and he didn't get nowhere near the barricade. It looked like it from the other camera angle. It looked brutal.
You did.
The last spear wasn't that great, not as good as the first one.
Yeah.
But it was funny seeing him run down.
And he got there pretty quick.
Yeah, he did.
That man can run his behind off for sure.
And boom, Gunther wins. But Breakker just changed everything. Next up was our women's world title match, and this one went how we kind of figured it would go.
Yes.
Stephanie McCurr took on Liv Morgan, and the numbers game came into play.
Yeah. Not only did Liv bring cherry lipstick and bad energy, she also brought Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez, and they stirred up chaos everywhere.
They're ruby lips now, dog. Ruby lips and bottom jeans. Trouble. Live its oblivion.
And we've got a new greatest women's champion of all time.
Ruby lips and bottom jeans. Dude, see, I don't mind this match. I didn't care for the entrance because Liv really wasn't on cue with her own music.
Yeah, she wasn't.
It was kind of weird. It was like, do you even know the song?
But what does it matter? Because she's going to tell you, bite me.
I know. I knew that was going to be her song after they debuted that music video. I just really feel like the other one fit her better. That, like, little... I don't know what that noise is, you know, that, like... It's like one of the little crank...
I know what you're talking about. I can't think about it right now.
But, yeah, I think I enjoyed that.
Oh, the music box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that went with her so well and just fit her character.
Yeah.
But obviously she's trying to start anew, so we'll see where this goes. That song has been stuck in my head for days and nights. But let's get into our main event of the evening. This one was War.
Yeah, McAfee gets involved. Jelly Roll shows up. Announced tables breaking.
That was a terrible elbow drop.
Yeah.
Through that table, but we digress. RKO, Crossroads, counters on counters on counters.
And Cody retains.
But then
Orton hits the punt after the match, which we ain't seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was pretty nice. That whole visual, man, of just Cody being busted open. That it was just a perfect way to end it. The only thing that I kind of have a gripe about is the whole Pat McAfee thing. It was funny he came out
with the neck brace and the referee shirt.
I love that.
Yeah.
But the way they just abruptly ended the whole thing, like, oh, now he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Take him out.
Yeah.
They could have just left him hurt and sent him on his merry way and never talked about him again.
Yeah, but dang, Cody looked like a hot mess, man.
Like, hey, you guys.
For real, man, bro.
Man, oh, I thought he bladed because I saw him start bleeding. I was like, oh, maybe he just bladed recently.
No.
I didn't see where that happened.
Yeah, but
and then it started swelling up, and I was like, oh, damn, that wasn't a blade.
Yeah, then it got worse.
Yeah.
And then he got kicked in the face on top of that.
And his eye was shut.
Yeah.
But they did try to spruce it up, though, which was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
All you could see the makeup peeling.
Yeah, it looked bad.
I hate when they do that, man. But let's get into night 2. Because night 2 kicks off big. Big.
Brock comes in dominant, but Oba doesn't stay down.
Eats a F5 like it was nothing. Powers up like he's f***ing... Oh, excuse me. Hulk Hogan over here. And just boom, fall from grace. 1, 2, 3.
Obafemi just beat Brock in like 5 seconds.
And man, did this one shock me. I didn't think it was going to be a squash like that.
Yeah, not me neither.
But Oba is here, and he is here to stay. He leaves Brock laid out. Brock gets up after, though. Takes off the gloves, takes off his boots, leaves him in the ring.
Yeah, that felt like a goodbye.
But as you may know,
card subject to change.
And they just might. Next up, we get into our 6-man chaos. As we got the IC title ladder match.
For real.
Those ladders everywhere.
Destroyers, insane spots, absolute madness.
I was so scared for that damn destroyer.
On the ladder?
Yeah.
Yeah, poor JD.
He was protected perfectly.
Yeah, he did.
At the same time, it was just...
First time I saw it, I was like...
I was like, oh man, this could go bad in so many freaking ways. And luckily it didn't.
JD's...
They pulled out all the stops, even though they only had limited time.
They killed it, and I loved the sense of urgency to set up the spots for the ladders. Like, they did that quick. Hit the spots, something else. You know what I'm saying? It was great.
It was more flowing rather than you're setting up a spot.
It was like
they're watching you.
Control madness, yeah.
And by the end, Penta retains, which I didn't think would happen.
Which I don't agree with, because for me, night 2 would have been a 10 out of 10 if Javon would have won. Man, I would have popped so hard. But I do like Penta, so it is what it is. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rey
There
Mysterio.
been a lot of them that could have taken it.
That Rey Mysterio when he hit the freaking I knew he was good.
A lot of those bumps were scary.
Yeah, but I'm glad everybody was good.
Now let's get into the U.S. title because this one was one of my favorites of the night. We had Sami Zayn
versus Tricky Williams.
Lil Yachty, of course, gets involved.
Yeah. Trick shot connects.
New United States champion.
And the Gingerbread Man is now down. I'm hoping for a heel turn tomorrow.
Sammy?
Yeah. We're gonna celebrate. No celebration, just Saluva kick in the face.
I can see that happening.
Well, I wanted him to attack him after the match.
I didn't think Yachty should have showed up at all. Like, I think Yachty should have played off that haluva kick and been out.
Yeah.
And maybe coming at the end, but like selling it, like have a brace on.
Well, I would have
sell the hell out of it.
I would have put Yachty in the Gingerbread Man suit. that's what I was hoping was.
That would have made sense too. That's some WWE chaos right there.
Yeah.
Then we get the Demon finally back. Balor, Demon Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, weapons, tables, brutality.
And a coup de grace through the table to finish it off.
Demon Balor gets the win.
Then we move on to our women's title match where Jade Cargill takes on Rhea Ripley. The true brutality. Power versus power.
Interference everywhere until Io Sky neutralizes it.
Bam! Riptide.
And new women's champion, Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Nice. Glad you put that in there.
I was thinking it. But this was an obvious match. But I do want to say that this is one of the better. I'm not saying Jade has not. I don't want to say that because she's had good matches, but this one, yes,
it's one of the better ones.
Yeah,
I get you. And
I'm grateful for the fact that she has said what we read in the newswire earlier, because this would light a fire under me. Because being with Rhea's been on top for 6 years, dude.
Yeah.
Since she debuted,
she's been killing it.
Yeah, since that first WrestleMania for the NXT title, she's been on top. She's been over.
Yeah, I mean, because she started in the Mae Young Classic back in. I want to say I was
16.
I was in Korea, so 2016. And I watched all that back then. I was watching NXT UK when she was a dominant champion there forever. I went she was champ for over a year, and some change before she dropped the title and then came to NXT and became champ there.
Yeah.
Moved on to WWE and moved on to better things. But let's get into this next segment where Miz tries to hijack WrestleMania.
And then Danhausen shows up with mini-Hausens.
Lots of little mini-Hausens surrounding him.
One looked like Ben Stiller, the other one looked like Drewski.
Man, I didn't even know what we were watching at that point.
Yeah, but
I thought we were watching Micro Brawlers, that series on, what is it, Bravo or something like that?
Yeah, but it was definitely entertaining.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were those Micro Brawlers.
It could be.
To be honest. Sicko Stu was a Micro Brawler on that show that ended up playing John Cena.
Yeah, awesome.
But it was entertaining, and Kim Wilson, of course, comes in, does his whole shtick, but gets punched in the... that rhymes good. Anyway, it was an entertaining moment. Danhausen does the same to Miz, right? I think he does it to Miz.
Yes.
Does the 5-knuckle or the 2-finger shuffle, I guess you could call it, because he didn't use his knuckles. He poked Miz in the eyes.
That's what he gets.
Oh, man, that was so hilarious.
Yeah, you can't see me in the freaking smoke.
Didn't even make it up.
For real.
Oh, man. Love that Danhausen. Then we get our main event. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. And this was everything it needed to be.
Yeah, blood, brawling, announce table destroyed, of course.
GTS, spears, submissions, counters, everything.
Nobody could stay down.
But the kitchen sink.
Yeah, everything but that.
And then the final moment.
Chris Cross spear.
Jump.
Or spear you through out of your boots.
Man, I love that way they ended it.
Yeah, I
like
did too.
the way that Punk hit the GTS, he was already groggy. Picks Roman up for one more and just drops.
Collapses.
That had everybody at a loss for words. You saw that whole stadium, just the air. And you're like, what? The next thing you know, boom, Roman just hits that. Done. Roman wins.
New World Heavyweight Champion.
Roman Reigns is now back on top. Cody is still champion, but Orton is still looming. And he still seems to be that Viper he once was.
Yeah, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley running the women's division now.
Jacob Fatu and Obafemi on the rise.
And Bron Breakker breaking Seth Rollins' back.
Once again.
Yeah, once again. Just, he just kicked the door down again and said, y'all miss me?
WrestleMania 42 changed everything.
And now we deal with the fallout.
As we hit Raw after Mania. The Raw after WrestleMania, you already know. This one always, it's different.
Sure does. New feuds, surprise debuts, emotions running high, and oh yeah, the tribal chief just shook the entire future of WWE.
So let's not waste no time. This one is loaded. Let's run it back.
We kick things off with Obafemi.
Oh man, I love how they kicked it off with Oba.
Yeah, of course he doesn't walk out. He struts out to the ring to say, "The ruler has arrived," and drops the mic.
Mic drop. That was an important promo right there. That was a warning shot.
That was a switch, bro. That was the whole clip.
Oh man. Then we get straight into the action. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors.
And this was a straight up clinic. Fast-paced, hard-hitting, classic Joshi chemistry mixed with Rhea's power.
Kabuki Warriors controlled a big chunk of it, isolating Rhea and cutting the ring in half.
But the comeback, huge. Rhea hits the Riptide. Io flies with the over the moonsault.
And boom! Statement win.
But the real story, Io and Rhea going their separate ways backstage later. Emotional. That was a very emotional moment.
Yeah, that partnership might be done, but the respect is still there, and finally we get to see the two go their separate ways, because we always knew they could hold their own.
Yeah, exactly.
But they just needed to put some spotlight on the tag women's division for a little bit. Then Adam Pearce is out there cooking, because suddenly we got Penta and Javon Evans. And boom, Ethan Page shows up.
And Page immediately says, quote, "I want the IC Championship," unquote.
And Javon is like, "No, that's mine, dog."
Yeah.
So we already have tension there, and it seems Ethan Page is going to be on Raw.
Yeah.
And we got another Raw debut, so stick around to find out who.
Then we got one of the most realist promos of the year by Second City Saint, CM Punk.
He's talking about his loss, real life loss, family, friends, people behind the scenes.
And saying that the title helped keep him grounded.
That wasn't a storyline. That was just human.
Yes, and then Cody Rhodes comes out.
And instead of tension, mutual respect.
Two top guys, both dealing with what it means to win and lose at WrestleMania.
Top guys out.
I'm AJ freaking Styles.
But I love this one, how CM Punk drops the line. An opportunity could just fall from the sky. And that's when Cody Rhodes shows up, and at the end, that's when he wants to tell Punk, just say when.
Yeah, whoa.
I'd be like, now.
When?
Now while your eyes messed up. Let's do it now.
Yeah, now while you got that piece of meat on your eye.
Hanging off your eye.
Like in the cartoons.
Oh, man, looking like Rey Mysterio in the Eye versus Eye match.
Oh,
Or
gosh.
Eye for an Eye match. Man.
I hate you.
Back to the ring, though. Ethan Page takes on Javon Evans.
Evans is electric, flipping all over the place because, you know, we outside and whatnot. But Paige, calculated and dangerous as always.
Page stills it with the twisted grin, and
then everything falls apart.
Rusev shows up, starts wrecking everybody.
Penta tries to save the day, but he gets dropped too.
And that was thanks to Page, because Page took out... What did he do? I think he low-blowed Penta, right? Or did he push him into the ring? What was it?
I don't know.
He kind of fed him to him. And then Rusev is left standing tall. You know, Page is like, hey.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're good.
But
no, sir. No.
He had to drop from the ring.
Yeah, because you know you're going to go get Machka kick.
You get a Machka kick.
Yeah. Well, then... the greatest women's champion of all time. Liv Morgan comes out full ego mode.
Just because Ethan Page was there, she had to do the same.
For real. Calling
herself the greatest women's world champion of all time.
And enters the surf music, of course, and Soruka respectfully at first.
Yeah, that didn't last long.
Yeah, it didn't last long at all. Match starts immediately. Ruka brings the fight, even hits the Soul Snatcher.
But Judgment Day does as Judgment Day does and stays messy.
Yep, and of course, she ain't done on NXT just yet. So Zarya interferes, hits, and then Liv hits the Oblivion, 1, 2, 3.
And then we get a stare down with Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, she said, I'm not finished with you.
Oh, no, that's not her son.
Yeah, I know. Next challenger locked in, of course.
Yep, next challenger. It's going to be...
new fighter approaches.
I'm sure Ruka's going to be launched into that story somehow, given that she debuted. Had a great showing.
It did.
To Liv, despite, you know, the interference, which we knew was going to happen, especially with Zarya and Ruka going head-to-head on NXT Revenge.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think I was given some revenge too, because the elements went full WrestleMania weekend on me. And I fell off the stairs, got choke slammed from the top to the bottom. I'm all bruised up. I feel like Cody Rhodes, man. Look at me.
You wish you were Cody Rhodes.
I really don't, because dang, he bruises horribly.
Then we get Paul Heyman hitting the ring, shouting about Brock Lesnar, hyping up the Vision.
Logan Paul runs his mouth. Bron Breakker threatens Seth.
And Seth actually shows up.
Yeah, this is really for real chaos, because
Paul Heyman dropped that line about how Brock Lesnar is in the then and should be in the forever instead, and the beginning package.
Yes.
Talks about it. But after that, we get the Street Profits.
I mean, this way, nobody can.
Theory, Logan, and Breakker. Everybody is just fighting off. And in the end, Breakker spears Rollins into oblivion.
True. Oh, that chair shot.
Ooh, I saw how high he went on it too.
Yeah.
And that thing.
It clipped him bad, real bad.
Oh my god, I was so scared because the dude just came back.
Yeah, for real.
Like, I don't know how you didn't think that was high. Breaker's a shorter dude than most that he's hit.
Yeah, I mean, he just hit Paul with the chair, and he's a lot shorter than Breakker.
That's true. But like that rounded off part, you could tell hit right there.
Yeah.
Busted him open real good. But it made for a good visual.
It did.
Hopefully he's not out that long because he just came back. I was kind of upset because I was like, man, for real.
Come on, Seth.
Well, I mean,
come on, Craig.
Accidents happen, but it just sucks to see someone go after they return.
Yeah.
And now let's get into the next match.
Yeah, this one started before the bell even rang. Just straight up fight.
Yeah, we had teacher versus student. Balor gets the win with the coup de grace over JD McDonough.
But Dominic jumps him afterwards.
Judgment Day is completely fractured at this point, though, because they kind of seem torn, and I don't know, man. I feel like once they start getting these losses, like JD and that, they're going to start turning on JD, and then it's going to come to a complete head.
Yeah. True.
Then we get some title tension. We get Gunther saying he's coming back for the world title.
And LA Knight steps in and says, you needed help. And that's an L.
That's a collision just waiting to happen right there.
And then business picks up again.
Because Roman Reigns and the Usos are back together.
Oh no. Roman talking about unity, power, and rebuilding the bloodline.
Then dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Jericho Fatu shows up.
Yes, and he's not here to acknowledge you. Of course not, because he's all gas.
No breaks with it.
Not here to fall in line. Then what was he there for?
He just wants the lifestyle. He said he wants that money. He wants that power. He wants that title.
And I'm willing to do anything to get it. If he has to go through Roman, he has to go through Roman, bruh.
Yeah, Roman doesn't say yes, though, and he doesn't say no. But he does say the next line.
Yeah. He says, if you can beat me, can you handle the responsibility? And if you can't beat me, can you acknowledge me? Can you handle acknowledging me? Which I don't think he can.
That's already planting seeds right there for the future. I'm sure this one is going to come to a head pretty quickly unless Roman kind of like gets away from it with the Usos' help for a while before they actually make it a match. This seems like a SummerSlam match to me, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't think Roman's gonna even make it to SummerSlam, bro. Because I'm just.
He tried to say he's full time again.
Yeah, but I mean, he ain't gonna make it. We're gonna see my ass this summer. I don't think it's gonna happen. You got Jacob on your tail. You got Roman on your tail.
Yeah.
Oba's gonna kill you. You know.
You got Gunther.
LA Knight, yeah.
Everybody's going for it.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as easy as it was last time.
That is exactly how you do Raw after Mania, right there.
New stars rising. Ethan Page, Sol Ruka, Breakker coming back.
Major storylines advancing. Punk and Cody, Gunther and Knight.
And the biggest one of all,
Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu is up and loading.
Mm-hmm.
That was your Raw recap, and trust us, if this is the reset, WWE just entered a whole new era. Now, speaking of whole new eras, let's get into the newest era, because they will be the future.
NXT.
And just like that, we roll on to NXT. And Pat, I gotta say, after everything we just saw on Raw,
yeah,
NXT said, hold my beer once again.
Ooh. After everything we saw on Mania, NXT said, hold my beer. But they definitely did bring it, bro. But this show was just violent, chaotic, and a whole lot of statements being made. Let's get into it.
We kick things off with the NXT North American Championship on the line. Miles Bourne defends against Dion Lennox, backed by Dark State. And right away, you knew this wasn't going to be.
Yeah, Lennox came out swinging, power game, backbreakers, just trying to break Bourne in half early. But Bourne, that dude got heart.
Heart he does have, and awareness. Because every time Dark State tried to tip the scales, Bourne kept fighting through it. He's got that daredevil sense.
He does. He sure does.
Except it's his ears and not his eyes.
And that ending, chaos everywhere, interference flying, bodies dropping, and Bourne still finds a way to win. Born again, and he retains.
That's a champion, man. But the bigger story, Dark State ain't done. Not even close.
Yeah, backstage things get real messy real quick because Saquon Sugars pulls a fast one and basically steals the rematch opportunity for himself next week.
Yeah, and they didn't seem happy, but by the end they did kind of come back together, which you know is gonna instantly fall apart once Deion Lennox gets more recognition. And that's not unity, that's just a power play. Dark State's starting to crack from the inside out, and we'll possibly see this faction come to a head, I would say, at least by the middle of this year.
Yeah.
Next up, we had Joe Hendry versus Keanu Carver, and Pat, this wasn't a match at all. This was just a straight up warning to the scene.
Carver didn't just beat Henry, he destroyed him. Ref stoppage, kept throwing shots after the bell.
Yeah, they had him raining elbows down on the man.
Yeah.
Called for the bell, so they're really building up Keanu Carver, and I'm liking the way they're building him up. We'll have to wait and see how this translates once he builds up enough to get into the title picture.
When is his date? He's going to Raw next week, right? To debut, or is he going to SmackDown?
Who?
Hendry, because they said that.
Oh, I saw, I think it was...
I want to say
SmackDown.
Yeah, okay.
I can't remember exactly. But yeah, they are talking about he's getting called up.
Oh, this is probably why.
Yeah. But that's the kind of performance that makes the locker room uncomfortable. Carver didn't just announce himself as a problem. He's been that problem for a while now.
Yeah, definitely. Then we crown a brand new WWE Speed Champion, Alexis King versus EK Prosper.
And look, Prosper had it won. Let's be real. It looked like he had that.
Yeah, but it wasn't his birthright. But of course, the birthright did what they do best: get involved, create chaos, and King capitalizes with the coronation.
New champ, same story. Birthright stacking gold by any means necessary. Now they have two, with Ariana Grace being the Knockouts Women's Champion.
Bet.
Now let's talk about one of the most insane matches of the night. Of course, you know what I'm talking about, that damn casket match. That big ass casket.
Hell yeah.
The casket was huge. For the Women's North American title, Tatum Paxley defended against Blake Murphy.
And this was so unhinged, Chris. Like, they had dolls, diamonds.
Again? These were smaller this time, though, it seemed.
Maybe they hurt more. You know, maybe they hurt forever. Fire extinguishers, and this felt like a horror movie.
And somehow, some way, Paxley survives it all.
That Spanish fly off the casket.
Bro, that scared the crap out of me. Absolutely wild.
No.
And in the end, Paxley sends Monroe into the casket and slams it shut to retain.
That division, different level right now.
Yeah, but man, can we talk about how she smashed the hell out of her hand?
Ooh.
When she tried to put that title in the way, ooh. And Blake went to slam that thing too, so Paxley's hands have got to be jacked up right now.
Yeah.
But it was a good match and all, and...
When was the last time you saw a casket match?
It's been a minute. They said that on commentary too. The last time a title was defended in a casket match was Royal Rumble, Shawn and Taker.
Oh, dang.
What, 98?
Yeah? Dang.
That was the last time a title was defended in a casket match.
That's pretty
not
cool.
Not the last casket match, but still a cool little snip of information there. Then we get the NXT Women's Champion Lola Vice coming out. She laid it out all out on the line, talking about targets on her back and whatnot.
And then Izzy Dame steps up and basically says, quote, "You're not losing in a big moment. You're gonna slip in a small one," end quote.
And that's how it usually happens. That was a cold line right there.
And then she backs it up, drops Lola, and stands tall with the titles. I did not like how they set up the distraction.
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But, hey, it worked for her.
It did.
And now we got Lola and Dame on an incoming collision, and that was just a warning shot right there from Izzy Dame. I really wish that they had a better handling on the color of what they...
Yeah.
But I digress.
Well, we also get the fallout from Raw, Zarya costing Soul, and oh yeah, they run it back in a last women standing match.
Oh man, this match. Dude, Soul's head.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I hope she's okay.
I do too. But let's get into it. This might have been probably one of the most brutal matches of this week.
Yeah, tables, candlesticks, announced death destruction, and these two went to war.
That Soul Snatcher off the perch, I thought it was over.
Same, but Zarya, being Zarya, gets back up, and then...
That ending, ugh.
Soul shoves...
Zarya shoves.
Sorry. Zarya shoves Soul after they're hugging off the perch through the table.
Yeah, because Soul looked like she was going to throw her off. And
I didn't know, yeah.
And she pulled all the switcheroo on her.
Yep. I just...
Double cross.
Would have jumped back a little more.
Man, this is why I hate when they set up two tables.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Way too much.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It happens way too much for two tables to be there, someone to hit the table and then hit their head on the edge of the other table.
Mm-hmm.
And Soul hit that thing so hard. You could hear the smack. I'm so scared for her. I hope she's alright. Just all power to Soul, man. Crazy fun. That wasn't just a win, though. That was a statement of dominance from Zarya, and just the fact that that had happened, it just made it that much more intense.
Yeah, I believe so. It was unfortunate, but yeah.
Yeah, because everybody was quiet after that. And don't overlook the chaos building everywhere else, though, because Ricky Saints took out Shiloh Hill in the back, which he's supposed to have a match with soon. Tony D'Angelo gets a mysterious symbol of war that has some Japanese writing on it. And the women's division is stacked with contenders.
NXT isn't just developing talent right now, it's building landmines all over the place.
Bottom line, NXT came in after WrestleMania weekend, and it didn't slow down, not for 1 second.
Yeah. Champions survived, new ones were crowned, and challengers set up, of course.
Yep, they're lining up real fast. And just like that, WrestleMania weekend is done. The fallout is underway, and every single brand is moving in a completely different direction.
Yeah, Raw reset the board, SmackDown lit the fuse, and NXT might be the most dangerous roster in the entire company right now.
New champions, new rivalries, new stars stepping up, and some major tensions starting to boil over.
Roman Reigns rebuilding power, Jacob Fatu coming for everything, trying to take it all like Solo, Breakker hunting and breaking Rollins in half, and the women's division across all brands, absolute chaos.
This isn't just the aftermath of WrestleMania. This is the start of a new era.
And this week told us, if this week told us anything, it's that nobody is safe and nothing is settled.
So if you thought things were crazy now, just wait until next week, or wait until tomorrow, because that's going to be the Fallout show for SmackDown.
Yeah, because we will be right here, of course, breaking it all down for you.
So make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow wherever you're listening. And don't forget to hit us up on socials.
Make sure you super kick and body slam and hit that like button with the chair.
Don't do that. I don't want you to break your phone or your piece.
Do what you gotta do. All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, for Chris, I'm Pat.
And this was your Wrestle WreMarks.
Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Find us wherever you get your podcasts.